start our next topic, that is structure of the atmosphere. The structure of the atmosphere. Our atmosphere is made up of 5 layers, or it can be divided into 5 layers. These are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. So one by one we will be discussing about all these layers. Okay, so first is troposphere. Troposphere is the layer which is the lowest layer. Okay, so we can say that it has 75% of the air, of all the air, and it has a height of 13 kilometer. It has a height of 13 kilometer, and here oxygen exists, and some things like living things, non-living things. Living things like we are humans, and plants, animals, and some non-living things are also found on the sphere or the clouds. Clouds are also found in this layer. Okay, so next point is that rainfall, storm, fog, they occur in this layer only. Clear? So we can say that in troposphere, if we are starting with the troposphere, as we go 165 meter, or we can say as the altitude increases, or as the height increases, the temperature decreases. Okay, as well as will go upwards, will go north side, what will happen, the temperature will get decreases. Clear? And it will be at the rate of 1 degree Celsius for every 165 meters. Okay, if we are going 165 meter upwards or on the height, the temperature 1 degree Celsius, that will decrease. Okay, that will decrease. So we can say that as the temperature decreases, the cool, or we can say the cold, it's cold there. Okay, if the temperature is increases, it means the heat is getting increased. Okay, so this was about troposphere. Clear? Now next is stratosphere. I am going to tell you, in this layer, in these 3 layers, the temperature will get decreased, and in the last 2 layers, because of the warm air, the temperature will get increased. Okay, so second is stratosphere. Stratosphere, its height is 50 kilometer from the ground, and in this layer planes or aeroplanes fly. It has less oxygen, and it's very cold there. It's very cold there. Why? Because as we go upside, the temperature decreases. That's why it's very cold there, and temperature falls there, below 0 degree Celsius. Okay, temperature goes there below than 0 degree Celsius, and in this layer only planes fly. It contains ozone layer. It contains ozone layer that protects us from the harmful rays of the sun. Clear? And the next point that you have to keep it in your mind, this is the layer where temperature remains same. Temperature doesn't change. Temperature remains constant. Clear? So our next layer is mesosphere. Mesosphere is the layer, its height is 80 kilometer above the ground. How many kilometers? 80 kilometers above the ground. And the meteoroids that you hope you all have discussed in 6th class also in solar system. These are some heavenly bodies like meteoroids. They burn up in this layer. Why? When they enter our earth, they burn up. Why? Because of the friction. Because of friction. And the last is, it is the coldest layer of the earth. It is coldest layer of the earth. And what is the temperature here? And the temperature will be minus 90 degrees Celsius here. It will be minus 90 degree Celsius. Clear? Here temperature goes low. And the next is thermosphere. Thermosphere, it is very hot layer. I told you right now that in starting 3 layers the temperature will decrease, and in last 2 layers the temperature will increase because of the presence of, due to the presence of hot gases in the atmosphere. Clear? So this is very hot and its height is 80 to around 500 or 600 kilometers. And the temperature in this layer increases as the height or altitude increases. As we go upwards, the temperature increases because the air is very thin to maintain the temperature. Here the temperature will be 1000 to 2000 degree Celsius. It will increase up to 1000 to 1200. It's 1200. Okay, so 1000 to 1200 degree Celsius. It helps in satellite communications, and here temperature increases, I told you. Now last is exosphere. Exosphere, it is the uppermost and the outermost layer of the atmosphere. Here the temperature will be 5500 degrees Celsius or 5500 degrees Celsius, and this is the hottest layer of our atmosphere. Clear? And it has very thin air, or we can say that there is no oxygen. There is no oxygen, and there are some gases, some thin gases like helium, hydrogen, and because of them, human, if they are going to space, they float in the space. You know very well the astronauts who go there, they float there. Why? Because of the air. Because there is no air. That's why they carry the suit in which they have oxygen. Okay. So it has very less amount of air, or no air is there, no oxygen is there, and hydrogen and helium, which are the light gases, only these gases are found here. And the temperature in this layer, that is as high as 5500 degree Celsius. Clear? And there is another point, that is regarding thermosphere. In thermosphere, in this sphere, International Space Station is located. International Space Station. So in thermosphere, International Space Station is located there. So this was about the structure of the atmosphere. With our atmosphere is divided into 5 layers. We discussed about these layers. Hope this is clear to you all. So you have to do one question. I am giving you one question. You have to write its answer in your class of notebook, and that is, write a few lines on the structure of the atmosphere, or the atmosphere is divided into 5 layers. Name them, or write at least 2 or 3 lines about each. You have to write its answer and send it into your classwork group. Hope this topic is clear to you all.